sent me to the miller, eh?
What?
You're lucky. He really did owe me, and he was so shocked he gave it all. What do you need, then?
Do you know there's a girl crying on your doorstep?
I executed her husband.
What? You killed him?
No, not like that. It was done lawfully. She knew he had it coming.
So then, why...
Folk would like to drive her out of town. She has no one here. For a while I thought I could take care of her, but it wasn't to be.
Why?
Do you really have to ask? I can't even go to the tavern for company, and no one would sup their ale with me. And when I die, they'll probably push me into a hole with a stick so as not to touch my corpse.
Is it really that bad?
I'm not complaining, mind. It's a well-paid job, if you don't mind being a pariah. They might look sideways at you, too, just for talking to me.
And that's what she's afraid of?
Exactly.
Doesn't that crying girl have any kin?
None she knows of, poor lass. You could help her, though, if you wanted.
Me? How?
Elishka has no family, but her husband might still have some kin. Nobody will talk to me, but you could find out more.
Why do you want to find her family anyway? Don't you want her to stay here?
I do. She's a splendid woman, but I'd never want to keep her here against her will. The life I lead isn't for everyone.
What would she have to put up?
A lot, I can't deny. Most of the townfolk wouldn't give her the time of day, at least not in public. If we had children, it would be even worse for them.
That doesn't sound like a very happy life.
It's not all bad. It's a well-paid job and even respected in a way. And when someone needs a bone set, all of a sudden they forget your reputation.
How can I find out if there's a...
Try asking Elishka herself. She knows a thing or two about them. But...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
My thanks.
Herman sent me.
What a way to end up.
Don't despair. It could be a lot worse.
Only death could be worse, and I'm not far from it.
Can I...
What do you want to know?
Don't you have any kin left? Someone...
No. They all died of the plague. And then I ended up with that man of mine. I always knew he'd get strung up one day.
Didn't your husband have any kin?
Maybe. He mentioned some, but we never went to see them.
Is that all you know?
Yes. But if they're anything like my old man, the bailiff and his catchpoles will know about them.
That's all I need.
I'm honored that you...
Do you know Elishka? The wife of the man who was hanged recently?
The one that's with the executioner now.
That's her.
Life can be cruel sometimes.
Right. And do you know if she has kinfolk somewhere around?
How should I know? Now, if you don't mind, I'm very busy.
If Elishka stays with the executioner, it'll end up being your...
Christ, oh, all right then.
Thank you.
God be with you.
God save you.
The bailiff.
That's another matter, then.
Is it possible?
You think we keep records?
But I thought that in the...
Boy, the books are for recording pacts, undertakings, punishment.
Eliska won't be happy about...
Eliska? You don't mean the one who married into them?
Yes. Yes.
Why wouldn't I? I used to play dice with old Mishek years ago. He had a son, a nice, polite lad. How is he?
Well,
I'm glad to hear it. I was always fond of...
and where are the Mishaks living now?
A stone's throw from Rattay by the small fish pond.
Thanks.
Take care.
Yeah.
Eggs, salt, yeast. Then you bake a bit. At the end of the street, the whole-
Yeah.
Push off, you beggar. Is there a fire? No. Well, bugger off then.
What is it now?
I've got information about your...
Eliska's fine, only she needs...
Never.
She's your nearest kin. Eliska's part of your family, and she really needs you...
I won't help anyone.
I could make it worth your while.
Really?
Your son's widow needs help. She has nowhere to go.
What do I care about some useless girl?
With an attitude like that, you must be popular around here. I wonder how quick your neighbours would be to help you if you needed it. I wonder what they'd do if your house should happen to catch fire.
What the?
And if you happen by chance to be locked inside.
What are you implying, boy? Shall I go and get my pitchfork?
She could help you with the farm.
A bit of help would come in handy. Send her here, then. But don't let her think she'll be taking it easy.
That sounds...
And if I hear a...
Fine salvation this is. Eliska's looking better.
She is, but she's not happy. God sent the...
Indeed.
Did you know her whole family was wiped out by the plague? She was...
Losing your family isn't easy.
Ah, sorry, I wasn't thinking. So, did you find out anything about that kin of hers?
I have. I tracked them down. They said...
Leave that to her. I just hope she'll be better off than now.
You're...
I'm not. I've wept.
It's a bit of a change.
I haven't had much luck in my life, but I've always worked things out in the end. Tears are...
That's true.
So, did you find out?
I did. I found your husband's father and mother, and they're willing...
But...
They're not very nice people, Ilishka. They'd probably work you to the bone, but you would get fed.
Life is never easy, but at least I'd have a family.
You're right. I'll have another talk.
God be with you. Good luck, then.
I've heard the way you talk about her, and,
You know, Hal, she was always the sweetest girl. When she came with her family to Ratai, still single, she was a sight to behold. And it might surprise you, but she even had a word or two for me now and again. It grieved me when she married that wastrel. It was a foolish idea, but I always thought maybe she and I could... Well, fate likes a good laugh. Now I've strung up her old man. I have her under my roof. After all the years I was thinking of her. I don't want her to leave, but I don't want her to be unhappy here either.
Greetings!
have you made your mind up?
I can't decide. But at least I'd have a family.
Herman could give you a family, too.
He's a decent, upright fellow. I've met none better, and that's the honest truth. But he's an executioner.
And what's the problem? That the other women won't chat with you down at the creek? Did that sort of gossip ever interest you anyway? He's a fine man, isn't he? He's willing to take care of you, and he has the means to do it. And he wants you. He's so sick with love for you, he can't even sleep.
But did he really say that?
He told me he's been in love with you for years. He said he always thought you were the sweetest girl in Ratai.
It's true. We used to meet now and again and exchange a few words. Well, he always treated me nicely. By all that's holy, you're right. I'll stay here. God. Herman,
Yes?
can I stay here with you?
You mean for good?
If you don't want me to.
You can! By God, you can! You've made me the happiest man in the world.
Thank you, Henry. I've a feeling with Herman I can finally find some happiness.
You will. The two of you are made for each other.
Thank you, Hal. Thank you.
Think nothing of it. The main thing is everything worked out well.
It did, thank you. God almighty. I've got Ilishka. After all these years, me.
Have you made your mind up?
I can't decide. But at least I'd have a family.
That's true. You'll have a roof over your head and...
I'll survive. I've survived worse things.
I'm sorry I couldn't arrange anything better.
No doubt it's God's will. Thank you, Henry. God be with you. Herman,
Yes?
Farewell. And thank you for everything.
No need to thank me. I'm glad I had a chance to get to know you. Promise me you'll take care of yourself. You deserve a better life.
I just...
Promise me.
I promise.
Farewell, Elishka.
I'm sorry, Herman.
That's all right, Hal. Here you are.
God be with you, Henry.
Where the hell are you?
I'm coming.
Lazy good for nothing?